A loyal and high quality Ron's Basement viewer, Mr. Chris P. in Florida, he always ends his emails to me with, "Get ready for $85 silver." So I'm going to share that with you, a little holiday joy. Get ready, yes you, get ready for $85 silver. I'm flattered that you're asking me all the time, "Ron, is now a good time to buy silver?" What do you think I'm going to say? That's like asking the ice cream truck dude, "Is it a good time to buy an ice cream?" I'm going to say yes, because I love silver. I don't sell silver. I don't try to sell you anything. I just share my opinions with you, and I don't have a crystal ball, so don't make any investment decisions based upon what I'm about to share with you. But I think almost any time is a good time to buy silver. The only caveat that I will throw in, my friend, is don't buy it all at once. If you got a chunk of money, let's say you've got, well, you're rich. Let's say you got $100,000 you want to put into silver. Don't do it all in one fell swoop. Spread it out over 2 years. Maybe every 3 months, put in, what would that be? $12,500, something like that. Don't do it all at once. But in terms of, is it a good time to buy silver? It's almost always a good time to buy silver. Here, look at this. 1921 silver dollar. Isn't that a beauty? I think the back is actually prettier. I think I've owned this for like 3 years. Anyone who's owned that since 1921 has not regretted it. What about a 10-ounce bar? Have you ever held one of these? They are magnificent. I heard somebody once refer to this as a candy bar. And to me, it's better than a candy bar. But is it a good time to buy silver? Are the fundamentals in line to buy silver? Think about this. We're getting all this news lately about the unicorn fart dust derivative exchanges where they trade all the paper silver, where they supposedly set the silver price, the LBMA, the London Bullion Market Association in London, England, and the COMEX here in the United States of America, that their vault levels are way the heck down. Now, there's different categories: registered, eligible. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't dug in deep enough to really, truly understand the difference between those levels. Some of it means that it can be converted or sold out or delivered. Some of it means it can't, but maybe it's got a warrant on it, like the ETFs own it or something like that. It's very complicated. And I think that like 99% of us don't really get it. Maybe that'll be a New Year's resolution for us to understand that. But nonetheless, what we do know is from the experts, guys like Chris Marcus and people that really know what they're talking about when it comes to these different levels at these vaults, that the levels are going down, 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 down. There's less and less physical silver available to back up all the unicorn fart dust. And in the end, guys, right, when the market prevails, physical will set the price. For now, these Western LBMA and COMEX exchanges are able to manipulate the price, control the price, keep a stranglehold on it, but that is changing because a lot of the silver and gold, for that matter, is heading from the west to the east. There is unbelievable demand for silver in places like India. They're going to import, you know it, 300 million, 350 million, 400 million, who knows how much it'll be by the end of the year, but an extraordinary amount of silver. It represents between like 30 and 40% of the total mine production for the whole year is going to India alone. Well, if you're still around, you, yes you, I haven't mentioned that in a while. There is only one you, no matter what, you are special. I appreciate you being here, and you must enjoy talking about silver. We're part of an elite crowd, silver fanatics, whatever we want to call ourselves. We enjoy talking about silver, world events, thinking for ourselves, diving a little deeper. You do have, it's been proven, you do have a little bit higher intellectual horsepower than the average bear. If you enjoy being here, Know that I enjoy having you. You're always welcome. You can subscribe right here, turn on the bell notification, give the video a thumbs up. Now let's get back to silver. And here's something else about silver that's very unique. We are fanatics about silver, those of us that love the metal. And it's been going on for a long time. This isn't like crypto, right, that popped on the scene a couple years ago and people got laser eyes and creepy people like Max Kaiser and Michael Saylor got involved. No, the silver community has been strong for decades. I've been following silver, buying silver for over 20 years. Most of the people have been around for a long time, and the newcomers are welcome. No doubt about it. And they're not Johnny-come-latelys. The people that love silver and don't ever want to sell their silver unless they absolutely have to, or if the value proposition gets so great that it makes sense to trade a couple 100 ounces for a new house or trade 10 American Silver Eagles for a brand new car, whatever. Remember, guys, it's not about the price. It's about the value. What are these ounces worth? What is the amount of silver in this silver dollar actually worth in terms of value? Not fiat currency. Who cares, right? Yeah, sure, we all watch the price and it's exciting when it goes up and maybe a little depressing when it goes down. But at the end of the day, we're in silver for value. There's only so much of it on planet Earth, and there's only one silver. It can't be duplicated. It can't be replicated. It can't be replaced. No, it's not like fiat paper money, right, that has been printed into eternity. Do you know that in the world, right now, in the world, that's where we live, you and me, here in the world, there's over $300 trillion in debt. Imaginary money that was just printed up, created, loaned out, whatever. $300 trillion. And with the world moving to tighter economic monetary policies, raising rates, that debt could easily explode, right? And become maybe worthless or repriced or whatever, 6 or 1/2 dozen the other. It's pretty much got to have a negative event at some point in the near future. This can't be printed, right? That's why they stopped putting silver in American money, because they couldn't print it. It is worth its weight in ounces, and that's why we hold on to it. You know this, you've heard this before, but we're going to repeat it because maybe it'll give you a little warm fuzzy. Don't forget, silver is a critical industrial metal also. It is the most conductive of electricity, the most reflective. It is extremely thermally conductive. That means that it absorbs the temperature from around it and conducts it faster than almost any other metal. Take a 10-ounce silver bar like I showed you earlier and put an ice cube on it. You'll be shocked at how fast it melts. And of course, you know, the Silver Institute, they said there will be a 200 million ounce shortfall this year in terms of supply of silver versus demand. There will be 200 million ounces more demanded than the world will be able to supply. Now, this guy, Jeff Christensen, I don't know, whatever he is. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know him, and I don't know how well I like him, but supposedly he knows a lot about precious metals. He claims there's 3 to 4 billion ounces above ground just waiting to be sold when the price gets to $35. Well, we'll see about that, Mr. Jeff. I don't know that I agree with that, because don't count this in that 3 to 4 billion ounces. You need to say 3.999999, because I'm not selling that for anything. Now, another interesting point to consider with silver is how small the market is. Just think about it. On an annual basis, the world produces 1 billion ounces of silver. It seems like a great amount, right? Well, don't forget, in 2022, the world's demanding from all sources 1.2 billion, but nonetheless, 1 billion ounces of silver at what, $24 an ounce? That's $24 billion. Now, yeah, to you and me, That's probably a really large sum of money, $24 billion. But in terms of world markets, the amount of money in the world, that is a drop in a swimming pool, a big lake, however you want to say it. The size of the silver market is not that big. And then you factor in the 500-to-1 ratio of unicorn fart dust paper derivative silver to the real silver that's in the vaults at the COMEX and the LBM. I mean, it could explode very quickly, right? And I'll finish with this. The exciting part is that as the world bifurcates, as the world's financial systems and economic systems and power structures separate, there's a whole new area being developed over here. It's called the East. It's Russia, China, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, 12 other countries. They're starting to develop their own little financial system independent of the dollar and the West. And over here's where the COMEX and the LBMA, and for the last several decades, because the dollars reign supreme, because those countries have ruled the world, they were able with the LBMA and the COMEX to strangle the price of silver. But now these countries are, number one, pulling away, and number two, rising in power, and they put a much higher level of importance, priority upon precious metals, including silver and gold. We know that the Moscow World Standard will be a new market over here, right, to directly compete, provide an alternative to the COMEX and the LBMA. And they've already said over here that they think this COMEX and LBMA is a bunch of imaginary makeup BS, that it doesn't necessarily reflect the true market value of the commodities that they want to trade on their own. And that will force the world, right? Because there will be arbitrage opportunities within that. That will force the world to recognize a new price for silver. I could be dead wrong. Trust me. If Susie came down those steps, my wife, she would attest I'm wrong on a regular basis. But when I sniff out the future, and I think that right now what we're seeing with gold and silver is when they sniff out the future, when they look around the corner, and that's what we do because we're not part of the herd. No, we're away from the herd. We're thinking for ourselves, and we're trying to protect ourselves and our family. And when we look out there, we see a bright future for the precious metals, including our good friend silver. Heck, $85, Chris. What are you talking about? I say $87. Hey, thanks for joining me in the basement. You're always welcome here. Until next time, be well. Hey everybody, it's Ron from Ron's Basement, live on the log flume with Lily. Lily, say hi.